Long before Wall Street, stock markets, and golden skyscrapers, there lived a man whose fortune was so vast it stunned even kings. His name was Mansa Musa, ruler of the Mali Empire, a man often called the first true millionaire in history. The story begins in the early 14th century in the heart of West Africa. The Mali Empire was thriving, rich with salt, gold, and trade, but under Musa's rule, its wealth reached heights no one had ever imagined. Mansa Musa inherited an empire overflowing with gold mines, some of the largest the world had ever known. Yet it was not just his riches that made him legendary, it was how he used them that changed history. In 1324, Musa set out on a pilgrimage to Mecca, a journey that would shake the economies of entire nations. With him traveled tens of thousands of people, soldiers, and servants, and most famously, hundreds of camels loaded with gold. When Mansa Musa passed through Cairo, his generosity was unmatched. He gifted gold to the poor, built mosques, and traded lavishly. But his kindness had an unexpected effect. It caused massive inflation across Egypt. Gold, once rare, became suddenly abundant, prices soared, and economies wavered. Historians say Musa's spending spree devalued gold for nearly a decade. Such was the power of one man's wealth. But Musa wasn't reckless. His pilgrimage was more than display, it was diplomacy. He built alliances, earned global respect, and showed that Africa was not a land of tribes, but of empires. When he returned to Mali, Musa brought back architects, scholars, and engineers. His vision was clear: to transform his empire into a center of culture, faith, and learning. In Timbuktu, Musa commissioned the great Jinguereber Mosque. Built with desert clay and gold dust, it became one of the most iconic structures of African history, a beacon of knowledge and trade. Timbuktu flourished as a city of scholars. Its libraries and universities drew thinkers from across the world. The emperor's wealth now fueled enlightenment, not excess. His empire stretched across modern-day Mali, Senegal, and Niger, a realm of wealth, faith, and innovation. For the first time in history, Africa stood at the center of global prosperity. European cartographers were so mesmerized by his legend that they drew Mansa Musa on maps, holding a golden orb, symbolizing the world's wealth in his palm. In a world where kings ruled through conquest, Musa ruled through creation. He built cities, funded art, and turned faith into foundation. His power came not from fear, but from generosity. And yet, his wealth remains impossible to measure. Some historians estimate he controlled half of the world's known gold reserves. Others believe his fortune was beyond calculation. Mansa Musa's reign reminds us that wealth alone means nothing without purpose. His riches changed lives, built monuments, and left footprints that still shine through history's sands. Even after his death, stories of his gold spread across continents, reaching Europe's explorers, who dreamed of finding his mythical cities of riches. For centuries, Mansa Musa was forgotten in Western history books, his empire buried under colonial shadows. Yet, his story lives on as proof that Africa was once the beating heart of world wealth. His wealth wasn't digital or on paper, it was real, tangible gold, mined from earth and shaped by human hands. He didn't inherit his legend, he built it. Even today, economists study his pilgrimage as an early example of global economic influence. Proof that wealth can shape nations beyond borders. In a modern world obsessed with billionaires, Mansa Musa's story reminds us of a deeper truth. Real greatness lies not in hoarding wealth, but in using it to uplift others. His gold may have faded, his empire long gone, but the sparkle of his generosity still lights the path for leaders today. Mansa Musa's tale is not just about fortune, it's about faith, wisdom, and vision, a reminder that true wealth builds, not breaks. Today, when we talk about millionaires, we think of tech moguls and investors. But centuries before them all, a man in golden robes already redefined prosperity. His story bridges time, from dusty trade routes to digital networks, reminding us that wealth, at its core, is about influence and imagination. The first millionaire in history didn't just earn riches, he earned immortality. Mansa Musa's name still echoes wherever people dream of greatness. So, The next time you hold a coin, remember, say riksa, wealth isn't just numbers, it's legacy. And long before the world knew billionaires, one man showed how fortune, faith, and wisdom could build an empire that time itself could never erase.